Definitely
Best idea ever.
split the party up. That would be a good idea, especially in here.
So I'm following Smash, is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Tomanuk, you can sense that there may be something on the wall, on the other side of the wall, to your right.
Right.
You sense it. You sense that as you come down this northern corridor. So you guys are literally splitting up.
Just to the edge of the corridor there.
This is a good thing. Okay, that's great.
This is a good thing.
This is definitely this is a DM's dream, guys. I mean, it really is.
Shamash is only going as far as seeing these things split up, and then he's not going any further.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was the plan, to see what was just ahead, and then we'll regroup.
Yeah, you see a couple more corridors that are traveling north as soon as you make your easterly turn there, Shamash. Heavy, you can see 2 corridors as well towards the bottom of the corridors. You have the cobblestone wall on your left-hand side. Tomanuk, you just are really freaked out. You think that you're just being followed and watched, and
I hear a lot of crazy crap, you're saying, basically.
Tomanuk, you can hear a heavy type of breathing, and sort of like it sounds like a bovine type of, sort of like a herd of large cattle that you're used to hunting up into the northern lands.
Probably wouldn't, but we can say I know of the spirits of such creatures.
That sounds better.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was just about to turn around and grunt for my friends, but they are covering my back, so I won't. Then I want to know about what you said with a secret thing to the right. Because I never got the location of it.
You sense that, as you're traveling down this corridor, you sense on the other side of this wall.
Okay.
You may sound like it sounds like you may have felt something rubbing up against the wall. So you could actually, that's what got your attention, and something was rubbing up against that cobblestone wall because it actually kind of shifted a little bit. Like some of the actual grout had fallen out between the cobblestone walls.
I will yab with the butt of my spear at where I thought I saw something move, because Tomanuk is he's almost having a breakdown. So jabbing with the non-lethal end of the spear. I don't know if you want me to make an attack or how you want me to roll. If there's actually something.
No, you can just jab the wall.
Just jabbing.
Yeah, you just jab the wall and nothing happens, and you guys see this and you guys are going, what in the? Because this big dude doing?
Shamash is doing a perception on Tomanuk to see if there's anything running down his leg.
The back of his pants, the back of his hide armor seemed to be a little bit poofy right now. Seems there could be something inside.
Something's stinking in here.
It's the Minotaurs.
I would like to go to the end of this corridor and see what I see towards the north.
You can actually see that the corridor just goes into complete darkness to the north.
Okay, looking back towards Smash, what did you guys see towards the north on that corridor?
It's split into more hallways.
I do have to add, dynamic lighting in a maze is
It's
really
the best.
amazing. No pun intended, but wah wah wah. I had to put that in there. But before, when I had done a couple mazes, I had to literally, use fog of war and just uncover a little bit at a time. And man, the dynamic lighting and line of sight is just freaking insane for something like this. I truly like it. Good job, R20.
Yeah. Before I move on, I want to make an active perception
Zaven, what's
check
up, buddy?
on where I thought I stabbed something.
On where you thought you stabbed something?
Well, I didn't stab anything, so, well, not to my knowledge, but
No, you
Or
were
where,
yeah.
you were
where
stabbing
you
the
hit
wall. Yeah, basically where
Yeah.
you're standing at now, Tomanek. That's where you jabbed the wall a couple times, and had
where you said I felt or sensed something. rub
Eraser.
against
What's
it.
up? Right here. This is the same
Yeah.
spot where you're at.
I know, and that's where you said something was rubbing against the wall.
Yeah, you felt something
Yeah.
rub up against the wall.
Exactly. So
And
now
that-
I want to make
and
an
that point?
active perception
Oh,
after
okay.
my scared jab.
And
To-
what are
to
you actively searching for? Something on the other side of the wall, or to see if it's still there? Maybe, possibly.
You said it was. Is this still stone or is this part covered with vines?
Oh, it's a mixture of both. When you
Okay.
first entered the maze type of area, there wasn't a whole lot of vinage on the actual walls. But as you're delving deeper into this, what appears to be a maze, and you can actually distinguish that now. Yes, it actually looks like Wrigley Field in Chicago, where the vines are actually almost covering up all of the wall itself.
Okay. Well,
I
then
just
wa-
didn't physically represent the walls with a bunch of vines on there.
That's why I'm asking if this is stone or vine. But if
Yeah.
it's viney, I want to sort of reach out and sort of grab at the vines and sort of try to lift the cover of vines to check where I jabbed, if something running behind the vines.
No, you can actually, as you do that, you find there are several different types of berries within the vines, but you do notice that the cobblestone wall is there. However, the grout seems to be moist, so it's not fully hardened yet. So some of the grout, like I had said earlier, some of the grout had actually kind of fallen out of the wall itself.
Okay. I want to pick a few berries and put them in a pouch, if I may.
Sure, absolutely.
And then I'm going to let everyone
berry
else do something.
specimens.
Oh,
So everyone else can
Right,
do
Bob?
that while I'm picking berries for a little while.
yeah, Bob, we definitely need to get. I thought they were going to
Shamash
split
is
up,
going to
but
ask Batista, do you think we should follow the outer wall first before we check any of these inner hallways?
I say we go up the more center north section. We don't want to get kind of ahead of ourselves to where we got no retreat. Let's go up the corridor where you're closest.
Okay.
I'm very slow, so.
yeah, and the whole party can actually notice that there's quite a few different berries and grapes on these walls. So
Yeah, I'm just picking a random assortment of a few of them, depending on how many there actually are. So just grabbing a few,
okay.
basically. And before I go, I want to reach behind the vines, touch the stone wall, and basically just claw at it once to see if a stone is loose. Just get the feel of how it's made, basically.
It's
If
a pretty solid wall. It's definitely a solid wall. It looks like something that was built back up home. Same type of construction.
Okay, now he's scared because everyone's left him, so he's going to jog up to them.
What would that
See?
sound like as you're scared? To all the new people on the channel, our Goliath
Seems
is
to be
mute.
a dead end.
He can't speak, so it does appear to be a dead end. And actually,
Nothing to see
everyone
here.
can see now. Move along. There's nothing to see here. Actually, as you get to the end of this corridor, you can actually see that there's quite a few prints into the soft grass now. And it seems like the more that you're actually walking into this maze, it seems like the ground is getting just a little bit more softer. It's not a sloshy type of grass. It just seems like it's just a little bit softer than what it was by the door.
On a kind of just a scanning search visually, do we see like insects, rodent tracks, anything like that?
Now, the most distinguished thing that you do see is it seems like the footprints are really not footprints, but they, obviously you guys know that there are Minotaur down here, so, but it does seem like the tracks are moving in a distinguished pattern. And coming from a militaristic type of background, as Shamash and Batista come from, you guys can actually tell that it's sort of like a patrol type of way that the prints are moving back and forth with one another. So it seems like it follows a pattern.
This is very interesting.
Yes, I see.
Shall we go back down and follow the outer wall?
Time for another
Or
perception
go back,
check.
to the east and go up that other way.
Yeah, Batista, Shamash, and Tomanuk, all three of you heard a definite scream into the distance. It wasn't close, but it was definitely quite a ways away. I'm not going to say it's not miles away, but you did hear something into the distance.
I want to peek around this corner as I hear the scream.
You notice the wall, after about 10-20 feet, it goes into complete and utter darkness.
And I want Boom to sort of lean in over my head and do the whole tower lean.
Ah, that was the
People
Saturday
understand
game.
movies.
Araz. That was a Saturday night D&D Next game. That's Ghost of Dragonspear Castle.
So many Scooby references.
This is my 4th edition game.
We got to make you some Tomanuk cookies.
Tama crackers.
Ant
Made from
Talvik.
fish bones.
Thank you for the follow. Ant Talvik, thank you very much. Welcome to the community.
All right, let's move along. Samash, do you notice anything ahead of the corner towards the left?
No, it looks like there is another passageway that goes back to the east.
Yeah, it goes into darkness, and before it goes into darkness, you can see that corridor that does jeer off to the east. Hey, what's up, Anime Freak? How you doing, man?
Melek.
Yeah, if you guys
Yes.
you guys can
Smash
get caught
and I
up on all
found
these
some,
games. All these are new
What
seasons,
appears
so
to be a patrolling footprints.
you can go to the website and check
They're
out
kind of
all
faint,
of
but
the
they seem to
all
be
of the
wandering
episodes
around
in order from
distinct
1 to
pattern.
50 or whatever. So everything is really distinguishable now on the
Ah,
website. Easy to
interesting.
follow. Everything is
So keep your
really
wits
easy to
about you,
navigate now.
Your eyes on our back, and but also keep an eye towards the back of the party as we venture forward.
Will do.
Of course, it's going to look at our backs.
Yeah, like it's
Pluck
watch
ears
behind us.
as you
Creepy.
go.
I meant.
Creepy bastard.
Well, I almost said look at our rear, so I kind of changed that word up.
Shamash is going to peek around this corner.
You see a dead end. More berries in the vines and some small fruits now.
Can I just, instead of telling you that I'm stopping and picking berries, can I just pick a berry for each 3 step I take,
Sure.
or something. Just to just get a random assortment of everything.
Yeah, you're just trying to keep yourself occupied instead of
Yeah.
thinking about the heavy breathing that you can actually hear and other movements on the other side of the wall. It is starting to get a little bit louder as well. So, but that, especially the last screams that you heard, Batista, Shmash, and Tomanuk, that sounded really eerie. It sounded like the scream of death. And it sounded like a feminine type of scream as well.
Oh, it was Malik.
Oh, yes. Hey, what's up, Electric Sheep? How you doing?
I'm a manly man.
He says all to himself in the back. I'm a manly man.
No, that was the Saturday
That's
night
getting
game
dark
as well,
and
Electric Sheep.
forward.
He starts whistling the
This is we're in the seventh session of our D&D
All of a sudden,
4.0.
Malik dispels all the light magic that he did.
They are around the Loudwater area in the Forgotten Realms. Found another dead end on the right side of the wall. Smash, you can also see lots of berries and fruits as well on the wall. And now as you're starting to get up a little bit more northerly here, you can actually sense a little bit of moisture in the air.
Well, Shamash is going to pick one of these fruits he sees hanging on the wall and eat it.
All right, roll your death saving throw.
Of course.
No, I'm just kidding. Roll your fucked roll. No, it's just like apples, some kiwis, some pears.
Yeah, he wouldn't pick anything he couldn't identify.
Yeah, exactly.
And I pick everything. Not everything, but bits and pieces of everything.
As you get around this corner, Shmash, you start to see a red fluid, what appears to be blood, on the floor. And it seems like it's actually this is like a how can I describe this grass? This is like the US Open. This is just like total golf grass. I mean, it's just perfect. And you can actually tell that there are handprints on the grass where something was trying to claw its way. It looks like signs of struggle as you get closer to these marks of blood on the ground. And you see a corridor to the south, and it also does go into darkness ahead of you, and that is a dead end. But you do hear breathing. The breathing is quite obvious now. It's like a hard panting.
Going to turn around and tell Dominic to calm his breathing.
Dominic.
Dominic.
You hear a bellowous, sort of like a roar that echoes throughout the entire chamber, and everybody can actually hear this. This is not a perception roll, but you can hear sort of like a roar. And then you hear off into the distance, you hear another one. So it sounds like there were two different, maybe three different types of roars happening at the same time. And then as you've come around this corner, as you're following the blood streaks, as you poke your head around that corner, you see an elf in a pool of blood. And he appears to be moving.
Got a motion to everybody to stop, and then once we're gathered up, tell them that there's a
Get in there, Bob.
dead elf around the corner.
He's not dead. He's moving a little bit, but he's been disemboweled, and his guts are in a puddle of blood beside him, and he sees you coming, and he goes, Minotaur, and then he just dies. And actually, Batista, as you come around this corner, this is the same elf that you were chasing in pursuit, probably about 30 minutes prior.
Is it the archer?
Can I spare his dying so Malak can give him his arrows back?
Can I take his bow?
Coup de grace.
Yeah, so as you come around the corner, Batista, you can definitely see that this is
As
the
I like check for him
the
on
elf
a healing check,
that you
he's
were
dead.
chasing. He is now. Yeah, you
Now,
try to
yeah,
get a
he's-
pulse, and yeah, he's definitely seen better days.
Ah, it's the archer. Here's your arrows. Plump.
In his eyes with him.
Batista, while you're down there, loot the body.
Whoa. He said, while you're down there. Hey, while you're down there.
All right, actively searching the corpse.
Oh, the corpse shifted.
He's not so
Still
dead
don't
after all.
think
He's not dead. Coup de grace.
Oh, God. That was good. Yes. And now as you come around the corner as well, Melik, you can see that this is the archer that was lighting your ass up.
As I said, I'm gonna return his arrows to him.
You can hear snorts and sort of like bellowous roars like that.
That
And you-
doesn't sound good.
Not
And it
to
actually
be
sounds like they're
silly.
coming from all around you. It sounds like you're actually surrounded, maybe. Yes, heavy.
Is that like armor, like between his legs, or dynamite, or what?
Dynamite between his legs.
That
So
doesn't
you
look
know
right.
it.
I mean, it looks like something
No, it's only an M4.
Oh my
that
God. Yes, it's dynamite.
It just looks like a stack of dynamite all rolled up.
God
That's
damn
what
it.
she said.
You know just what to say, Happy.
That was great. Is it dynamite between his legs? Give me a perception roll on that. Just kidding.
You
It
really
was
wanna
one
go
of
down
Crow's
and
hand
feel for that.
grenades.
Oh my God, that was pretty good. You can see a couple more areas heading off to the back to the west and to the south.
Okay, checking his bow and his gear and all his loots and pockets. What do I find?
You actually find a pouch. The pouch has about 50 gold in it. Then you find another. You'll find another ledger as well on this corpse. The ledger basically has the same information that you had found in the desk up on the upper level of this place. Basically, information telling you that the children of the areas of the different towns like Daggerford, Luskin, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, all of these areas have been scoured for children, and they found probably about 24 children. And it's like the journal had mentioned that you guys already have. Children are going to Waterdeep to be shipped off into the Whalebones and other archipelagos. There are children being sent to Najara, to the Serpent People. So it seems like there's definitely a need for children.
Is his bow a longbow of any kind of quality?
It's just a regular longbow. It doesn't say Vorpal, or it doesn't say
Well, he's not
Holy
gonna say-
Avenger
I mean,
or
just
anything like.
kind of quality.
I'm having fun
Better
with you,
than
Heavy.
average.
No, it's just normal quality.
Very good. Malak, I found a gold pouch with some gold. A pouch of gold. Would you hold on to this for us?
Sure. I'll hold on to the pouch.
All right, so write 50 gold on your pouch journal.
Actually, the breathing is starting to get pretty heavy now.
It's a battle.
No, he might have a maid in there.
as you peer around the corner, Shamash, a large figure, figure just comes out of the darkness and the shadows and charges you. And Batiste, as you come around the corner, as you come around the corner, you and Tomanuk, you see the Minotaur charge into Shamash and basically charge him. So I'm going to do an attack now. Well, the Minotaur has element of surprise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the Minotaur an attack on Shamash. So, plus 16. Plus 17, my mistake. Wow, plus 17. 28 versus armor class.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Alright, I'm going to do some damage real quick. Alright, you take a total of 8 damage, and you are knocked prone. So as you start to peer around this corner, the Minotaur comes out of nowhere, charges you, takes you by surprise, knocks you back into the wall, and you are now prone. So now, everyone target your tokens, and let's roll some frickin' initiative.
Oh, crit.
Very nice. Yeah, I can't play any music during this because I put all of these videos on YouTube, and any type of music that I actually play, it just is a major
Dave,
fucking
I
hassle.
Earlier or something because I didn't come up.
Go ahead and okay, you got an 8. I will go ahead and add you to the tracker at an 8 for your value, and it looks like everyone has gone except for, let's see, Batista.
Yeah, I gotta do mine. I had like a little bit of emergency with the baby for a second.
That's okay, man. Just shake him really good one time, and you'll be all right.
Oh my God, Dave!
I'm just playing. Oh my God, Dave! That was good.
You shake the dog, you gotta kick the baby.
Oh, that's true. Kick the baby. All right. So this is how all of you DMs out there, I just recently figured this out as well. You can just do a descending
And
order.
hate mail gets sent to who?
And wow, there you go.
Alzine, care of Sir Benemic.
Who had a 20? Did you have a 20 there, Tomanuk?
I crit.
Well,
my initiative roll.
you will automatically go, seeing that you hit a 20.
Bum-ba-da.
I'm going to let you go first, and the Minotaur, and then Shamash. So actually, roll a 20-sided, and we'll see who goes next. Because usually I don't do this, but this is a pretty tough and pretty important fight. So roll a 20-sided, and we'll see who gets to go next. All right, you get to go next, so that's a good thing. So Shamash, you're next. All right, first up is Tomanuk. You come around the corner and you see a huge bovine type of creature, about 7 to 8 foot tall. You know, drool coming out of his mouth, hanging off of his mouth, coming out of his nose, and you just seen Shamash, your buddy Shamash, just get leveled by and Shamash is a big guy too. So, well, he's a big dragonborn, and he just got jarred like you've never seen it before, except for the High Shaman Sankasog. So, but that, that's another for another episode. So, so you're up.
Yep. Bit of movement, and then
Yeah,
I will
blah blah
cast
copyrights.
Wrath of
I mean,
Winter
it's
to
the way it
begin this
is.
lovely encounter with.
I mean, if it's any type of music, I just get nailed with all this
20
copyright
versus
bullshit.
Fortitude.
That is a hit. I had to modify these down a little bit, guys,
10 damage.
so they could actually hit. Alright, there you go. No, that's
And
it.
boom, teleport.
The old boom teleportation. And he can actually go through the wall like I had seen the token do. He can actually, he's incorporeal, so he can just go right through. So, alright, Shamash.
He also doesn't occupy spaces. No, wait, he does. Sorry, it's conjurations that do. Spiritual companions are a bit different. So disregard that.
Yes.